Todd Ault. It is the 122nd episode of Risk On. It's August 19th. I know yesterday people were saying I was saying October. To say that the market is difficult right now is an understatement. This morning I woke up. Oh, hey, Joe.
Hey, what's going on, Todd?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. I know you want to get into that.
Sorry, buddy. I'm really distracted. Today is a weird day. The last couple days have been weird. Jason is weird now. He's not feeling well, and so I'm a little bummed that my man is not around, and not my man like that. I just mean my friend.
Well, you do call him your partner. I'm just putting it
Well,
out there.
I say my partner in crime or whatever. Sure. That part's bumming me out here. But I'm going to show you something that is disgusting. Okay, and that is, let's bring up the chart here. You can't see the pre-market here, but the stock was at $7 in the pre-market, and it opened at around $6.19. They announced great news this morning with a collaboration agreement, brings them some money. I had 855,000 shares. I was up $1 million this morning. By the end of the day, I was down 400,000. That tells you the kind of market we're in. It's just great news. Who's selling? Like who's selling some of these stocks? And I got to think it's algorithmic. These gigantic mutual funds now, like think about
AI.
Let's cover this for a second, okay? You're a portfolio manager, you have $30 billion in your fund. And you want to make the fund a position 1% position, okay? So let's think about this, right?
Okay.
So what's 1% of 30 billion?
Is $3 million. Or no, it's $300,000.
No,
No,
1% of 30 billion. 10% of 30 billion.
300 million.
Right.
Yeah,
So 10% of 30 billion is 3 billion.
Yeah.
1% is 300 million.
Yep.
Right?
Okay. I was just misplacing a zero.
Years before all the people watching me were probably alive, I used to sell a fund, an AIM, they were called AIM, and they were specialized in buying stocks that were growing their quarterly earnings. And if they missed, they'd sell the whole position at the market. And they would devastate a stock. The stock would be down. Like the stock reported sales of 300 million and earnings of 22 cents a share, but short of the 30 cents a share they were estimating. And they would pound it into oblivion. Pound it. And then I was always like, what the hell? Why do they sell like that? And that's because, think about it this way. If you're a $30 billion mutual fund,
right,
and you want to sell and trim your position, and you have some algo that trims it, you effectively could sell your entire position at the market. And if it went down by 50%, you effectively get hit for 0.5%. But they don't go down by 50%. So they're able to say, oh, our allocation on this deal, we're cutting our allocation back by half. And so let's say they don't have a 1% position, they have a 1/10 of a 1% position, which is 30 million. Well, they can't even do that because some of these companies' whole market cap is 100 million. So they only want to be like less than 10% of the company or 5%. So in the smaller cap companies get crushed with real volatility because as these funds wave in them and wave out of them, they're not discriminatory. Like a retail investor says, I paid 5 for it. It's 4. I'm down. I'm going to wait. The fund says, I don't care. Flush it. They're not even. They don't even know that they're doing it. They're non-emotional.
Right.
So of course, I run money for the company, and I was looking at positions today, and I'm like, okay, I'm flushing these couple of percent positions. I'm just getting rid of them. And I look down. They're down. They're incredible. OLB does the pricing overnight, and gives up. It was at $5 and goes to $3.30. I mean, it's the volatility is off the Richter scale.
Yep.
And it's indiscriminate. It's indiscriminate. There's so much money awash that if someone decides to go left or right, it doesn't matter. And remember, this whole Mr. Market concept that Warren Buffett talks about that he learned from Benjamin Graham is you have the market is your partner, right? You buy a stock, you own it. The market shows up every day and says, hey, I'll sell it to you for $5. Hey, I'll sell it to you for $4. But if you like the underlying business, you effectively don't need the market to be open. Like if you have a farm or you have an apartment house and they're getting rents, there's something being produced from them.
Right.
But when you're waiting to only make money on the price movement of the stock, it's a totally different story. So you see naked branches getting sold. It's because those algorithms that own it don't care. They're not, it's good to be the king. They're not some of the other people that are on there, Patrick, Ron, all these other people we've spoken to. They're not those guys. They're not Armada Trading. They are worried about the price. They're just saying, hey, this play's over. I'm going to pop out of it. I don't even know if they actually discuss it.
I don't think they do. I think it's AI driven nowadays.
So a lot of times I try to take the other side of the trade when I feel like it's AI driven. I'll back into it, but it gets painful for me short term. And right now it's painful. August is pissing me off. I'm not even going to comment on DPW. I'm done. I'm forget even talking about it. You guys, you want to sell it to me? I have no commentary on it whatsoever. I'm so pissed off about the pricing. It's below book value. It's like I'm so sick of it. I just don't. Whatever. Do whatever you want.
I got to tell you,
I'm just sick of it.
I got to tell you, I was shocked.
Record earnings. We have record holdings, cash.
I know, but I'm shocked you're even in the market in August, and I mean that honestly. As long as I know
Every
you, I think
August
you've
sucks.
taken
August, 2 Augusts ago, I was gone for 21 days.
I don't think I've known you where you haven't taken an August off.
And I didn't take August off. I should blame my wife. I wanted to go on vacation. We're still here. I'm pissed. I'm pissed that I'm even looking at the market. It just completely sucks right now. I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
You know, good news for you, though, is that Polkadot's no longer 9th. It's 8th in market cap. It's gone up. Dude, I'm
done with that bitching about that. It's named after you, Matt says. No kidding, Matt. It's not named after me. It's named after my grandfather who gave me $1,400 to start my first company when I was 18 years old, by the way.
Joshua Klein said September's going to get even worse for trading.
Yeah, but see, that's the part. Listen, Joshua. Here's the issue, okay? Let's go over this. And just another thing that pisses me off. I wake up today to this being down. The triple Qs being, look at, triple Qs up $1.75. I woke up today, they were 360. They went to 365 today. These were below. I bought some of these triple Qs back. I'm short the triple Qs. I'm long the S triple Qs, which are 3 times leverage to the short side. I was short the diamonds, and I'm short Peloton, and I'm short AMC. I can tell you flat out that I bought the diamonds. No joke. I bought the diamonds at. I bought them down 3 in the pre-market. So I made money on them, thinking, okay, the other stuff is rolling over. They went back up on the day. Whatever, man.
Yeah, this is a fun time for you.
Hey, can you take me off for a second? Put on Joe.
So, oh, sweet. So, anyways, I guess I'm going to talk about crypto because it's my favorite thing to talk about. And if anyone's been looking, I mean, there's some crazy stuff in DeFi. I mean, most of you know what DeFi is. A lot of it makes sense, especially for the retail trader to be watching what's going to happen in DeFi, specifically around the fact that people are going to start tokenizing, if possible, these private companies and effectively creating a security. They're not calling it a security, they're calling it a token, and there are a lot of companies out there that are thinking about doing this kind of thing. And the Federal Reserve with the Wall Street Journal today not the Federal Reserve, the Securities Exchange Commission head said that he was going to start looking at regulating all of DeFi, which means that DeFi may not be nearly as popular as people think, and it's going to be tougher to get through. I don't know how many of you are into DeFi, have looked at DeFi, because most of you are in the normal market, but XRP to the moon. Yep, I've been reading that for 4 years now. Ripple's an interesting case, man, and Ripple's the first time where the actual Securities and Exchange Commission has had to give up or tell somebody why they had that opinion that they were a security and that Bitcoin and Ethereum were not securities. And that whole thing is very, very interesting to me. But, you know, who knows? I mean, it's going to get worse before it gets better, because JPMorgan Chase, well, I tell Todd this all the time, JPMorgan Chase is buying. I believe that they're trying to push Bitcoin down so they can buy more. They've admitted that some of their funds for their biggest customers can include Bitcoin. And what the worst part of it is now they're shutting people's bank accounts down. Compass Mining was just shut down. So they obviously don't care. And they're obviously digging into the market. What do I think about XLM? I don't know if I actually have. So look, the really, really small ones, they're so volatile that I don't know if they make sense. I mean, you're talking Stellar Lumens is interesting, but it's just that it's interesting. It hasn't really done much. I mean, if you look at like a 1-year chart of it, it started off, and it went up to 60 cents from probably like 4 cents or something like that. And now it's back down. I mean, it's all the way back down in the 20s. It's like Dogecoin to me, honestly. Saya was interesting, but I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get Saya at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, I know that people are sitting on it and stuff, but honestly, I don't get it. Listen, we already have enough. If you want to buy more with your own money, great, but not DPW shareholder money. Fair enough. Huh.
So why did I go off camera? Yeah. Pricing happening. We do a lot of overnight deals. We at Digital Power Lending, which is a subsidiary of Ault Global DPW, we finance a lot of public companies. When they're doing a financing, the brokers will call us. They'll do an overnight. We do a lot of those things. So that's one of the ways we obviously make money.
I'm curious. Do you have a comment on the very first thing I said, even though I know you didn't hear it? Would you like me to read it to you?
Sure, read it to me.
The head of the SEC told the Wall Street Journal today that they believe that they are going to fully regulate DeFi, and he added that projects reward participants with valuable digital tokens or similar incentives could cross the line into the activity that will be regulated.
Sometimes you don't think you're just like running into a firestorm, do you?
Nope. I mean, that's not an illegal opinion. That's just him saying it to the Wall Street Journal for now.
There's a lot of comments up here.
I own 10 shares.
He wants me to shed some light on the DPW price. How the hell could I do that? I don't know.
It's down.
Stupid.
It's up. It's down. It's up. It's down.
I have no commentary. Just disgusted with it.
Oh, wait. Leave that one up. So I thought on it, I say we should launch the altcoin, but new name. Let's call it Go
Milt.
Oh, okay, Go Milt, because my eyes suck. Got Milt. Oh, Got Milt. That's hilarious.
Don't do that to yourself.
That's kind of hilarious.
So it's going to be a shortened day today because I have a podcast with someone from Fox News today, Fox Business News.
That's exciting.
Jerry Willis will be on the show.
Super exciting.
So I'm excited about that. I'll be on with Jerry Willis today. And I'm frustrated beyond recognition right now. For full disclosure, I am short something that I wonder if people will care about. I am short the ARK Innovation Fund.
Ooh,
scary.
Yeah. I like it, though.
Want to know what I'm short right now? I'll tell you. That was weird. I am going to tell you what I'm short if it kills me. I am short. Oh, Skyla, nice of you to join us.
Although, I think that the ARK Innovation, when you go...
I'm short the ARK Innovation Fund. I'm actually at a profit. I shorted at 115.46. I'm short Netflix. Wow, that was up $21 today. Those are my two shorts here. Wow, Naked Brands. Look at this thing. I'm going to add more to Naked Brands. You know what? It's like a ritual now. I'm going to add more. I feel like I should just add more Naked Brands every day till the guy does something.
It's funny. You're going to add more on the show again today, aren't you?
Hi, Skyla. Right now. Here we go.
Hi.
I'm buying Naked Brands right now. They're done.
So where were you?
They filled me 20,000 at
Dealing
50,
with DoorDash.
26. Okay, so I've done that. And
That is just hilarious to me, honestly, every day.
look at this person. Mike Jones. Todd, you're disgusted with the DPW press while at the same time you're hammering the ATM. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm not hammering the ATM. How does Mike Jones know that? Just because you have an ATM
Doesn't mean
you have to use it or not use it. You put it in place so you can finance the growth. You listen, if you're in DPW, you have one or two choices. I've made it clear in every filing we're going to raise money. In every filing.
breath.
It's clear as day. Don't even ask anymore. And if you don't believe that we can allocate the money at a better price, then don't buy the stock. I mean, I don't get people.
I'd actually agree with that.
This is a long-term play. Don't buy it then if you don't like it. Don't buy it. Don't even bring it up to me anymore. It's just ridiculous. Mike Jones knows that I'm hammering the stock. You don't know what anyone's doing. And you don't know, hammering it, really? Mike Jones knows I'm hammering it. I bought 200,000 shares for my holding company of DPW in the last 30 days.
Yep.
You think I want to hammer the stock? Does that make any sense? I just got compensated when the shareholders voted in long-term stock options and stock, where I have to pay taxes out of my own pocket because I don't sell DPW shares, haven't sold any. Not saying someday I won't. Give me a break, man. The commentary is nonsense. I'm sorry. I don't have to be mean to Mike Jones. And if that's your real name, sorry, buddy. But the reality is that statement doesn't mean anything. Really? Hammering the stock.
No, I know. But, there's always going to be, everybody out there is going to have an opinion, man.
This guy, Ben, says, Todd, don't get angry. You're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was a billionaire for like 2 hours.
Yeah, but the good news is that you were a billionaire for 2 hours.
Like for 2 hours. I'm no longer a billionaire.
I wonder.
Mike, I'm not mad at you, by the way. I'm just jacked up, buddy.
I'm just wondering if you beat that guy's record. You think you beat that guy's
Todd,
record?
Stop buying naked. We W shares don't want you to. No. You don't get that choice. I make the decisions on capital allocation. If you don't want me to, vote me out. Good luck with that. Okay, I'm in a bad mood.
I love when you're in this kind of mood sometimes, because the stuff that just comes out, you're just passionate about it.
I bought the company DPW originally in 2016 when it was on the verge of being delisted. Give me a break, man.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Hey, I got to take me off camera for a second.
Oh, goodness. So, Skyla.
Yes.
Plans for the weekend?
I'm going golfing on Saturday, which will be fun. And then Sunday, it'll be a year since I've known Roland, so we're going to have like a little anniversary day.
Young love,
Yeah.
romance. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah.
Can
I
you
made
tell?
a reservation at Esther's Kitchen, which like Massimo was telling me about it. It's the place where you put like the honey on the pasta.
Uh-huh.
Did you go?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I haven't been yet either, but like they always go, so I figure it's probably really good.
So now that you've been together a year and he needs to be sufficiently threatened, you want to bring him over to my house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's threatened by you though.
He could be.
No, he could be.
I'm just pretty nice to him most of the time.
You're
but
nice to him.
and I like Roland.
That's
Don't
'cause-
get me wrong. It is definitely risk off right now. Skyla, full 18 or what?
Full 18. Last 2 times ago we went and then a monsoon came and we weren't able to.
No, they asked her if she did a full 18 or putt-putt golf.
Yeah, the full 18. We weren't able to finish because the monsoon hit, but it was fun.
Actually, that was kind of a risk-on moment, I got to tell you. I mean, you were at risk of just,
Mike
blowing
Jones,
up.
who's being polite here. I appreciate that, Mike. Sorry, buddy. He says we sold 6 million shares between July and August 13th. Yes, and that means we didn't sell any after that. Think about the forward-looking comments that we have to put in there. That's correct. We did raise money during that period of time. We're doing a lot of stuff. We're building $1 billion holding company. $1 billion holding company requires capital.
Yep.
But we're not happy at this price, anyways.
I'm not.
Mr. Ault. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't even comment on that stuff, so I'm going to move on. It's not a big deal.
You should move on.
Yep, not a big deal. We do have authorization to use an ATM at any time. You're right. Mike Jones is right. We have an authorization to do that whenever we want to. He's right. Hammering, he's not right about it. But
Nope.
that party's not right about it all. That being said, I mean, I'm a buyer. Hello. Anyways, Cathie Woods, I'm short her little thing, not because I don't like Cathie Woods, but because I can feel the sort of drain that is small cap. The market feels heavy to me. Quite honestly, I'm surprised that the U.S. markets are holding up. This morning when I woke up to, you got a Dow down 66.57, the NASDAQ up 15 after being down a lot more than that. The S&P up 5. To me, these are flat. These are flat instruments. Gold down $1.70, oil down $1.38 to 64. The U.S. Treasury 124. So you're 124 on the 10-year. That's going to keep providing fuel for the market, right? Low
Right.
interest rates for sure. The NASDAQ 100 up 76. The transport's down 184. It's a weird mixed market for sure. Inflation. Let's see what's Joseph Klein's saying. Something. What about reverse? I'm lost in here. Repos. The inflation rate hitting to the. Answer 50 Cent featuring Nickelback. What did she say? She went to a 50 Cent concert?
No.
Skyla, did you go to a 50 Cent concert?
No, it's a joke.
You said the joke already?
No, someone else. I've heard that joke
only
before.
45 cents. 50 Cent featuring
Featuring Nickelback.
Nickelback. Get it? 45 cents.
Oh God.
Oh,
That's a dad joke if I've ever seen it.
I have a question for you. Are you scared to be in crypto right now?
No, why?
Because this just came out, and now I'm scared.
What's it say?
So remember yesterday we talked about how none of the exchanges in South Korea met the regulatory requirement?
Mm-hmm.
Well, today, 70% of all the sites that deal with cryptocurrencies and their exchanges are down, shut off, inaccessible.
In Korea.
Yes. There's
So
a lot
is that
of
a positive or a negative?
It's super negative. There's a lot of crypto there, and there's a lot of South Korea, Japan, Asia really leads the way on actually utilizing cryptocurrency to spend. So they're kind of the model.
This is how the market opened today. Can you go to the screen real quick? Yeah, well, we'll get over the commercial real quickly here. I woke up to a market that was getting hit, and then where's the noise here?
The sound.
Can you click my sound here?
Week open, guys, but the low print was right at the open, and the VIX is not seasonally unusual. I'll show you that in a minute here. The good news is it's the cyclical sectors that are weak right now, and that often happens in August, and we've got concerns on COVID, so this makes some sense here. So if you look at what's moving things here, we've got the most important thing is the reduced growth expectations around the Delta variant, reduced vaccine effectiveness. We saw Jan Hatzius at Goldman reducing his numbers for GDP. That implies potentially lower earnings estimates. That's the most important thing that's been happening. The timing of the Fed tapering, I think, is a bit of a secondary thing. I think they've been pretty good communicating that. China regulation woes we have as well. And also remember, it's August, and I'll show you why that's a factor here. If you look at the sectors that are moving here, again, it's the cyclicals. So you see energy and materials on the weaker side. Tech is down, but not as much. And defensive names like utilities, healthcare, and consumer staples are holding up better. This is very typical of what we see for the month. And what you want to do is watch for correlations picking up. So far, they haven't. So look what's going on this week in terms of the sectors. It's the cyclicals that are weak. And again, this makes some sense. Energy and materials, industrials are the weakest group. Tech is down, but not as much. And defensive groups like healthcare and utilities and consumer staples are doing better. In other words, more defensive tone. Cyclicals are weaker. Reopening stuff is weaker. That makes sense given the concerns about the Delta variant that's out there. The other thing that makes some, and be careful, if this correlation changes, that's going to be a problem. If suddenly you start seeing a lot of selling in tech and healthcare, this could go from a 2 or 3% correction to a 5 or 6% correction very quickly. The other thing, I know nobody wants to hear it, but it is August. In August, you get very low volume and you get strange volatility spikes. It always happens. Mid-August to mid-October, low volume, and then all of a sudden things just kind of blow up. You typically have strength in defensive names like staples in healthcare. You typically have weakness in cyclicals like energy and materials, and technologies somewhere in the middle. A lot of people are concerned about the VIX. Carl mentioned the VIX. What's weird is what we've been seeing. There's been no 1% days there's been a few, but very few this year and very few in the last few months. So the VIX is suddenly spiking up a little bit. It was 24 earlier, and everybody said, oh, my heavens. But it was 25 this point last year. And it always spikes up at least once or twice. Let me just show you here. Between middle August, middle October, you usually get 1 or 2 spikes. Last time it was 41 in October of 2020, 25 in August. In 2019, it was 25. In 2018, it hit 28. 2017 was a bit of an anomaly. It was only at 17. But you get the idea. This happens fairly often for midsummer spikes. We have an unusual situation with COVID. Just bear in mind the seasonality factor does matter. Finally, if you don't know where to go, people are just wandering around. What do we do? Everybody's looking at technicals. The 50-day moving average is 43.48. And you can see that 50-day moving average line there we drew for you. That's the purple line there. And pretty good support there. That's actually not a bad chart. If you're a technician, you would pay a lot of attention. It's sitting right on that 43.48. Guys, we'll keep a close eye on that number. Carl, back to you.
Fascinating work on the VIX there, Bob. Thank you, Bob Hassan.
Hey, what's Josh? What does he mean by Todd's making a big mistake? Someone said your boss is making a big mistake. Can you bring that up? Maybe you can't find it again. You probably just clicked off of it. So, yeah, I'm a little bit of a pessimist right now, and you can kind of see that from Bob Hassan. He talked about that this morning, and that is you kind of get these volume spikes. You get these these drawdowns. And he says, you're making a big mistake. Hold on. Wait, Josh, you're making a big mistake to turn his back on.
I disagree with that.
For the sake of carrying favor to the naked army. Huh. Favor? I don't know what that means. Why am I carrying favor to the naked army?
Currying favor.
Currying favor. I like naked because I think they're going to do a deal. Honestly, at this point, okay. If you follow my track record, I have bought lots of. I started buying Iconics at $7. It went to 26 or 25 when it did a deal with TerraWolf. That's a 13D filing. I bought NTN Buzz Time at like $2 and some change or $3. I buy things that are out of favor that I think are going to do a deal, and that's what I do. When I bought DPW, it was trading for 35 cents.
Yep.
Now, of course, then it had to do some reverse splits after that whole crypto debacle.
Yeah, that was rough.
And the concentration we had there was there more reasons that was a total mess. Todd, friendly reminder, 5 p.m. Vegas time, naked. Oh, don't forget, register.
Oh, that's right.
Is that today?
Yeah, I thought it was 20. Oh, I guess it is today.
It is today.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let me be clear. I'm not. What?
Yes, but it's today.
20th.
But isn't today the 20th?
Today's the
Today's the
19th,
19th.
but the 20th at their time. That's
The
why
20th
5
in
p.m.
Australia.
Right, it'll be the 20th in Australia.
Right. Oh, I forgot about that. Josh, can we put that link up for people if we don't have it? I'm not currying favor. I think they're going to do a deal. That's all that's happening here. I would never spend the money, invest the money for any reason that placated to someone. I did it because I think that Naked will do a deal. When you have $300 million on your balance sheet, you're going to do a deal for something, right?
Yep.
We launched a SPAC. It's in a registration right now. We'll do a deal someday. We have a lot of cash. There's deals are going to happen. Yeah, 10 a.m. Australia time, he's saying.
Yeah, so 5 p.m. our time.
Hey, listen, I apologize to everybody in the audience, including Mike Jones. I'm just in a bad mood. Stressed out, bunch of closings, things happening, lawyers, doctors, chicken wings, etc.
And bears, oh my.
Yeah, just a lot going on here. A little frustrated with this COVID thing. It didn't affect me really, except stay at home and all that stuff and closing down businesses for a year. We didn't close them down for a year, but about a year ago we had to close them down.
Right.
But now it's rampant. It's like a weird rampant. Like I'm vaccinated, you're vaccinated. Skyla's not vaccinated, but she had COVID, put her in the hospital. A couple of my buddies went in the hospital for 2 weeks. And then people around me are getting COVID. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? I mean, Brett had it, Nick had it. It's slowly getting to everybody. So I'm a little COVIDed out. I gotta be honest with you.
It's literally the flu, bro. I mean,
But it's not the flu the way people react to it. They get really sick from it.
I'm not arguing about the symptoms. I'm saying that you can't stop the flu. We have a different shot every single year for the flu, and it's only partially effective. This is the way it's going to be now. This is the new reality.
Yeah. So I apologize to everyone for being a grouch. Skyla, let's get him in a better mood with a joke.
Oh, it better be good. I mean, because he's been pretty grouchy, so this one better be a
let's
doozy.
go. I will cover the naked meeting for sure.
What's a horny pirate's worst fear?
What is a horny pirate's worst fear?
A sunken chest with no booty.
Oh, she nailed it. Dude. Out of the park, girl.
Thank you.
What a good dad joke.
Where do you get those?
They just come to me.
I got Grant Cardone on Clubhouse saying that the vaccinated are really the real super spreaders.
Well, actually, there's some anecdotal evidence that they carry it in their nose cavity. In fact, we had 2 people here we had to, who remain nameless, that we had to send home because they had no symptoms. They were vaccinated, but PCR said that they had it. And,
It's good to be the king says, it's not the flu. I was on a fucking ventilator. Okay, he's right. Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Okay, let me refer.
Richard Ritter, what comes after 69?
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Richard, we're waiting for you, buddy. Richard Ritter, the third. Roman Co. Hey, Todd, can you address all the issues surrounding dilution of DPW stock? No? Read the 10Q. I'm not addressing nothing. Whatever. Mouthwash.
Oh, damn.
Oh my God, that's terrible. What dilution? What is? Wait, can you address the dilution issues?
Oh. I think we
it's
got
good to be the king says. Given your vocabulary lately, I presume you're no longer on terrestrial radio. You're correct.
Yep, gone.
We killed the show on the radio. We had to do this thing on Fridays, and it had to be early, and then Brett had to edit it, and then it was, we did it with next to Dave Ramsey or something, and
there's a lot of COVID talk in the chat. It's kind of funny. We got them all a little bit
sure.
riled.
We haven't.
When are we going to go shooting?
To all parties out there, read the 10Q. What's alarming to me about this is that I get people asking me questions, and maybe I should just give this up. It's in the 10Q, everything we're doing. So it's there. You don't have to participate in DPW if you don't like what the 10Q says. Now, I'm building something, so I've never sold, and I keep buying shares. And so I'm doing it for a reason, folks. I mean, you can believe it or not. I'm going to be 52 in December. I don't get a lot of do-overs, so there's a reason. There's a method to my madness.
Yep.
And this is why I'm not suggesting, by the way, I'm Warren Buffett. I want to be clear. I'm not Warren Buffett. This is why he only takes annual meeting once a year.
Well, definitely not. I mean, well, yeah, because he bunkers,
he's answers questions once a year.
He bunkers down the same house he bought in 1964, man.
No, it was 1959.
Whatever.
It wasn't 64. But I know your point. It's a good guess, right?
Yeah.
Can someone tell me what happened today to Netflix? Why was Netflix up? Does anyone in the audience know why Netflix was up? Because I'm short.
No idea.
No, but it doesn't say anything anywhere. Why was Netflix up?
Netflix jumped to an all-time high today.
No, it didn't. Not
joking.
all-time.
I'm joking.
Three former engineers at Netflix were charged with insider trading. I saw
Ooh,
that part.
that's fun.
Let's look at that. Let's look at the 5-year Netflix. How about the 1 year? No. The high on Netflix was 586.
In January, right?
And the low was 483. It's been in a trading range effectively. It's up in the last year. It's up 9.2%.
Every time you talk about Netflix, Apple TV, or one of the other
Year to
streaming
date, Netflix
services,
is up 3.99%.
it always reminds me of the Ricky Gervais. Was it Ricky Gervais who went on the Golden Globes or whatever it was and just lambasted Apple TV and Netflix? And all
Oh
that?
yeah.
So
It was that guy's crazy.
He said, "Screw you, Netflix. We should just give Netflix all the awards."
Wait,
Say, thank you. Good night.
What's the he's saying something about COVID spreading? People are staying home, so more subscriptions.
That could
Yeah,
be
that
it.
could be true.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And people are afraid of COVID.
Don't know, but Ozarks is good.
Ozark was good.
Ozark is great. There's a new one coming out, by the way.
Hey,
In
so since-
2022, though, right?
Hey, do you know what's
Like,
coming
not for
out,
a
by the
while.
way, in September?
Huh.
Billions. Billions is back on the air after this whole COVID debacle.
really,
Yeah, for sure.
for how long until they shut it
Netflix
down in
market
September?
cap, 3.6 billion. Seriously, for movies? Laugh out loud. That's funny.
So I got a question for
Sure,
you.
sure.
Since we roommate with a learning company, what do you think about China's decision to halt all learning in the country from online learning providers and even in country that teach core subjects? It's going to crush. I mean, they're worried it's going to crush that industry. But
It's under heavy scrutiny. The Chinese, that was what I was trying to show the video of the other day, is the Chinese government are effectively punishing companies for not being in line with doing certain things, right?
yep,
And I don't know. I'm concerned about it. I'm pretty concerned about the idea that the Chinese are. Well, I think they're making it somewhat uninvestable. I mean, that's kind of my commentary.
I have some bad news.
What?
The food was canceled.
Why?
I don't know.
Ooh,
But I
are we
tried to
talking-
redo it, and it wouldn't.
Are we talking
Like, the
food
whole
now?
order was canceled. So, I just figured it'd be a better time rather than after the show when you're like, where's the food? And I'm like, it's not here. Yeah.
So did we
I'm
use
sad.
DoorDash for that?
I'm sad.
Yeah, no, I used DoorDash,
I thought
and
you
then
were
I
super ultra DoorDash. What
Can
happened?
you
Told
go to the show real quick for me, please? On my screen.
Oh, did you find the video
Can
you
you,
were
no,
trying?
no, this is the one about Robinhood. Can we cover this real quick?
Shares of Robinhood, they're sinking on the back of earnings. Comments from the company as well. Kate Rooney is looking at what comments the street has today. Hey, Kate.
Hey, Scott. Wall Street today is really focused on that slowdown in retail trading activity that Robinhood has warned about and reiterated
Dogecoin.
in yesterday's report, as well as that unpredictability of Robinhood's booming crypto business. Revenue more than doubling in the quarter for Robinhood. It did report a loss. That goes back to that big debt raise back in January. Crypto, though, really stealing the show for the quarter. I talked to CFO Jason Warnick after those numbers crossed. He says crypto in the quarter, quote, showed up in a way that they have not seen before. It drove that higher revenue number as investors moved from stocks to digital currencies. Equity trading was basically flat from a year ago. And for the first time, more new Robinhood customers bought crypto instead of stocks. Crypto made up more than half of that key transaction-based revenue. About
It's a bit
62% of that, though, came from Dogecoin trades alone.
Right. Yeah,
Wolf
they're-
Research out with a
I
note
think it's
on
like
the quarter that
86%
really
of
summarizes
all
what
the
I'm hearing
crypto
from other
business they've
analysts
done
today.
is
They
in
say that
Dogecoin
softer
trades.
guidance for the third quarter is really dominating the
I'd have to
narrative
look
around
that
the
up, but I
stock
think I
today. And
read
they
that
say,
yesterday.
yes, crypto growth, as they put it, is nothing short of remarkable. But the outsized contribution from Dogecoin simply cannot be ignored. The Q3 slowdown, as they say, could be much more acute than what investors were anticipating. Scott, back to you.
All right, Kate Rooney, appreciate that. So, Dr. J, what do you do with your position
with
here
it,
that you
please.
had? I mean, you at least
I was
told us
wrong.
you had one.
62%.
I had to exit it,
with
Scott. So what I did, as you know, I sold the straddle about 10 days ago or 2 weeks ago, and I bought the 55-75 spread in September. Took a lot of money out of that straddle as the vol came down, and I was into that call spread for $3, as you probably recall. That call spread fell to that same $3 yesterday from about $6.50, $7 a couple weeks ago. So I'd taken some profits exited the rest yesterday. And today, the stock's $45. So it's not like I've given up on the stock, Scott, but I gave up on that spread because it was just too far out of the money. I think a lot of the most recent turn in crypto.
Let's wait for Josh's comments. You're gonna understand what I'm saying here.
Not part of
I think your concern needs to be
that
they're driving so much trading, retail trading to crypto.
21
and a
million
huge
of them
portion of that
active.
was in Dogecoin, which is down.
Over crypto, 60-some-odd% of their
Where's Dogecoin at today?
Dogecoin
was at 32
that's going to be much bigger in the coming
morning,
months because of this big turn crypto's made from Bitcoin under 30,000 to now back over 45,000.
Josh Brown, I mean, this is always one of the most searched names on CNBC.com, especially when there's news around it. There's obviously high interest.
So,
Here's Josh Brown.
What
Here
do
we
you
go.
tell people who are
Wait till
witnessing
you
a
listen to
pretty
this.
large decline in a name like this?
Well, Steve Weiss and I were both on the show the day they came public, and we both said something that at the time sounded controversial, but I think last night's earnings report validates what we were saying, which is that basically this is a platform for gambling. And it's not an insult. Gambling's fun, okay, dude? Like, it's all good. But if you're telling me that like a quarter of the money they made came from Dogecoin, then let's not say that this is an investing platform. It may someday turn into one, but those 22 million accounts that John cites, the average balance is $4,000. What are we talking about? What are we, like, literally, what are we talking about? I think the analysts who cover Robinhood should be the same analysts who cover DraftKings as opposed to the other brokerage stocks. So I don't want the company to not do well. I do want their investors to do well. I do want their users to do well. But like, if you're putting your money into this as an investment, then you're investing in the speculation of others. And there's nothing, you can make a lot of money doing that. It's just not what I personally want to do. So I don't think it was a bad quarter. I just think, let's be honest with where the money they're making is coming from.
Shampoos.
What was my point about that? Not the Maybelline commercial. No, that wasn't my point. My point is that very troubling signs. 62% of trading in profits or the fees they're making in.
No, they did 62. About 25% of their actual profit at Robinhood came from the Dogecoin because it was 64% of the trading.
That's scary.
But I didn't understand what he said at the end because it kind of bums me out. I mean, I get he doesn't like Robinhood. He thinks it's a gambling platform, which I would probably actually sort of agree with him. But he said, and if these people want to make money on the speculation of others, I mean, isn't that what everybody does? Even if when you had a broker dealer a long time ago, I made money based on your speculation. I don't understand what his comment is.
Some people believe buying stocks are actually owning companies. Literally, some people believe that if you buy a stock, you actually own part of the business.
Right.
Because you actually do.
Right, but it's still based on the speculation of whether the company's going to do good or not. Could be based on your research, but it's still speculation. But if it were
when
old
you're focused
days,
on the market price every day, you're a trader, right?
Right.
When you get a quote once a week and see how your stock's doing.
I don't even look at like 3 of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Skyla, where's Randy?
In his office, probably.
I actually don't know if he's here
Can
or
you
not.
see if he's available?
Yes.
And so you asked what Dogecoin was at. It's at 31, but every crypto's up today. Cardano's up 12%, and Polkadot's up 12%. One of these days, I'm going to really dive into Polkadot.
For, though?
I don't know. I haven't delved into it.
What can Polkadot be used for?
It's an open source platform, so it can probably be used for a lot of stuff. I'm going to have now that I keep teasing with it, I'm going to have to go read the entire white paper, which is going to suck because it's a big one.
We need Jason's fun and entertainment back. Probably do, actually.
Yep, we would agree.
Yeah, but hey, I'm boring.
I think that was a shot at me, not at you.
No, it's a shot at me. Hey, Randy.
Greetings.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Help us save the show today.
Okay, well, I got a couple things for you. I don't know if you heard about this. I think I was talking to you about it, Todd, the general manager of the Spa-Francorchamps circuit in Belgium, where Formula One will be
Shot
racing.
someone, right?
Yeah. Formula One will be racing there next week. Natalie Mallier, I think is her name. She got shot to death by her husband. She was at home with her girlfriend, and the husband showed up, and I guess he didn't like that. Instead of having fun, they could all three had fun. Instead, he decided to kill everybody. So, I just don't get it. I don't get it. So,
Wait a second. I didn't know that it was the girl that he showed up with.
I'm not even making
that,
a comment.
I thought she was with another man. It was a girl?
No, yeah, it was her mistress, female girlfriend, whatever.
Look,
So-
I have a friend who freaked out and divorced his wife because of that. And
Well,
it
you
was
told
his
me
idea.
that many times, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the deal? He got together with, he said, let's have a three-way with another girl, right?
Yep.
And then they had a three-way,
Yep.
and then he left her and said, I didn't like that you did that.
He thought she was more into the girl than he was into
That's
him.
not fair
so
to
he's
her,
like,
though. That sucks.
See ya.
That's why.
I don't know.
What a jerk.
He would never explain it. And he thought because she enjoyed it more than he did, it was cheating. He was a weird dude.
Yeah. Well, anytime you get in those kind of situations, emotions get involved. You don't know which way it's going to go.
Randy, you've had a couple three-ways in your life, haven't you?
No comment.
No comment.
Risk
You
on.
have, haven't you?
Yeah.
This is a risk-on moment. Fess up. How old are you right now, Randy?
How
Let's
old?
just say you're over 50. You over 50?
My birthday was August 5th, and I am 58 years old. Not ashamed to say.
Okay. Really? Oh, your birthday's the day after my dad's?
Yes.
Happy birthday. Did we not celebrate your birthday?
You didn't.
What?
Well, you didn't.
Where was I?
I don't know.
No, it was really nice. Everybody in the office got together. They bought me a card and they sang happy birthday. It was really. I don't tell anybody when it's my birthday. I keep it low key.
So that's
I
where we
usually take
found
the day
out.
off or something.
Okay, so Randy.
Yeah.
So you're 58. How many threesomes?
How many threesomes? About 20.
I knew it. This, by the way, when I first met Randy, I was so young, right?
I have not had 20 threesomes.
You have had a lot. I know you have. I met some of your girlfriends. I'm sorry. I know you have.
No.
Come on.
What does that have to do with anything right now? I have impressed.
Someone just said the show was dragging. I know you had them. Just admit it.
They're filming next door going, what is going on over there?
Okay.
Anyways,
don't admit it, but you were. Let me tell you something. I met your first girlfriend. She was really pretty. And then your wife. Wow.
Yeah.
The Mexican girl. Is
Yeah, they're all
that
good.
legal? Am I going to get banned for that?
They're all good girls.
If she's Hispanic and she's from Mexico,
She's from Mexico.
So she's Mexican.
And she was Mexican.
No,
And she was pretty.
to be honest, dude, my
Randy got
wife.
some really good-looking girls, man.
No, to be honest,
You
my
gotta-
wife was so jealous. If we went to the mall and I even looked to the left or right, she'd poke my eyeballs out, dude. So
Yeah, but I'm not talking
there
about
was
her.
none of that going to happen.
I didn't say
then.
she
Dude,
had
that's
threesomes.
actually kind of hilarious to me.
Hey,
Yeah.
I didn't say she had threesomes, but I said you had some.
Yeah.
Not with her.
Yeah.
But you have a girlfriend here in Vegas, don't you?
No, man, I'm staying single.
Look at it. He won't tell me. I know you're
No,
seeing a
I'm
girl
not.
in
I'm not.
Vegas.
I don't need. I don't.
You heard what he said about his wife. I guarantee you that my wife would look at me and instead of poking me in the eye, I'd look at a girl and she'd look back at me and she goes, "There's no way you could ever pull that."
Your wife would say that?
You know my wife.
Your wife would say that?
She thinks that
Your wife's got game, man. I'm
I'm
afraid
an-
of her.
I'm
Yeah,
an
she's
old
a good
man.
girl.
She's always nice to me, but I think secretly behind my back she tells you
Oh,
what an
God,
asshole I am.
You know what's funny? The fact that you have a complex over my wife not liking you is
she's
kinda
got
hilarious.
game, dude. She's like, she'd kick your ass. I'm not worried. I mean, I'd be afraid.
I'm not afraid of my wife.
I know you're not afraid now. You've been with her for 85
Yeah,
years. I
and
get
she's
that part.
Probably watching, so I should be okay.
Are you?
Yeah, maybe. I may have
Whatever.
to stay in this room for a little bit.
Randy says stay single by choice. We don't have enough viewers to get canceled. It's good to be the king. How many viewers do we even have?
I don't know how many we have today.
What do we have? Like 8, 12, 50?
6?
Is it really 6?
No, I don't know.
Josh, how many viewers? How many?
Yeah,
We have
that's good.
100 live viewers. That's pretty good.
Hey, wait. So Randy,
294
Yeah.
playbacks.
what state did that happen in?
What?
Not
Oh,
state,
it was
what
in
country?
Belgium, dude.
I thought there were no weapons. I mean, I thought having no weapons stopped crime.
If you don't have any weapons, you can't shoot anyone.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how that happened. I think they're lying.
Like I said, that guy choked. He should have just kept his head. They could have all had a good time, but no. Now they're all dead. Right?
A 74. Hey, wait.
That's
A
true.
74-year-old
That's
man
horrible.
saw his wife at home with another woman in bed, and then he went to eat. Whoa, careful. What's this? And then he went to.
A 74-year-old man saw his wife at home with another woman in bed.
Can I even read that out loud? It's good to be the king wants to be like the Ed McMahon.
Wow.
You know, maybe we should have It's Good to Be the King. That's what we're doing. Tomorrow we'll have It's Good to Be the King as a guest host with you. We'll loop him in.
Okay.
It'll be us. It's Good to Be the King and you. And we'll have him as like Ed McMahon.
That actually might be a good idea. That actually might be a good idea because
most of these people don't even know who Ed McMahon is.
Tomorrow's going to be a busy day for me, and there may be a walkout from me on this one. Randy may sit here for a few minutes.
Man, what do you mean a walkout?
We do the gigantic migration tomorrow, so if there
Yeah.
if any real problems come up, I may have to.
Where
run.
is Jason?
Very
Jason
important.
is home nursing his sickness.
Jason's
he is sick.
Jason's
He's
a little
sick.
girl. He can't even get on camera because he's so sick.
So
apparently.
sick, Jason. I don't feel. He'll never admit it could be COVID. I'm not even allowed to ask him. He'll get all mad at me. Do you have COVID? That's a bullshit disease. He'll say.
Everybody gets COVID.
It's the flu.
Todd, don't you know?
What happened there?
Everybody gets COVID, bro.
Who put that up? Who did that?
I have no idea.
I didn't do that.
I think you did.
God did it.
What the heck was that? Just randomly came out of the blue. That was weird. Whoa! Wow. Randy, what's going on with the racing circuit?
This weekend's going to be kind of exciting because IndyCar is going to do their last oval race, which should have more ovals on the calendar, but it's in Gateway. It's on the border of Illinois and St. Louis there.
Right.
Roman Grosjean going to do his first oval race.
When's the race?
Saturday night.
Wow.
So Grosjean's decided he's going to race ovals probably.
What's it broadcast on?
NBCSN. So that'll be interesting to see how he fares. It's kind of screwed too. It's like I don't know what they're doing. You know, these fans get cheated out of a weekend, right? It's like they don't do anything Friday. Now they're going to practice, qualify, and race on Saturday. You got a whole weekend. This facilities sit dormant for the whole year. I mean, now you can't do a whole weekend for the fans. You can sell more tickets. They can show up every day, sell more of everything, souvenirs. I mean, I don't understand what IndyCar is doing sometimes, honestly.
It's COVID.
You think so? Well, that could be.
I do. I think
That could be.
that a lot of them are trying to get all of it done in one day.
Wait. Do you have
Maybe
any
it is.
opinion? Hudson Trader says, do you have any opinion on Net Element? Haha. I can't comment. We're involved in that merger thing there. Net Element merger with Mullen.
You know, me and Randy had a question. And
I agree with you, Nick. What? What's the question for Randy?
it's not a question for Randy. Me and Randy talked about this about 2 months ago, and it just popped in my head. Me and Randy believe that you should get Golden Knights season tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been, Todd? I mean, you used to go to Mighty Ducks games or something, right?
I used to have season tickets to the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have it for the Knights.
That was when Paul Correa was there.
Yeah.
Or you could get a box and just put.
By the way,
all
there's
global
no
holdings.
way in my whole lifetime I would have thought I went to it before they became. What's wrong?
I gotta take this.
There's no. Go ahead. There's no way in my lifetime. Let's get him off screen. That just me and Randy, if it's possible, that I ever would have thought I would have owned tickets to the Mighty Ducks when they
Yeah.
named them the Mighty Ducks. when
Yeah, I thought it was lame.
When Michael Eisner was out there, he's like, "Wham, Mighty Ducks, Mighty Ducks." I'm like, really? Have you lost your mind, old man?
Yeah, it's not going to scare anybody, right?
The Mighty Ducks,
But
like
they did
the
win.
movie.
They did win a Stanley Cup, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. I
Mighty
thought
Ducks-
the name was lame too. I didn't like it.
I thought the name was lame, but what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, I'm really really bummed about what's happening there. Motley Fool had a commercial about DPW saying, "Watch the stock." Hey, watch the stock, man. I'm whatever, man. Don't listen to me. Read the filings. I'm not recommending it. Stay away from DPW. Don't buy it.
Yep.
Don't buy. Don't buy. James Kramer. I can't even talk about it because I'm gonna get myself in some sort of trouble. Someone's gonna make up something like I'm promoting. I'm not promoting it. Hey, it's It's the 19th of August 19th, 2021. Appreciate you being here. I'm in a grouchy mood. I admit it. I'll tell you all why later. I assure you that it will make sense to you later while I'm grouchy today. But
We're gonna have to
nothing wrong
circle
with
back to that.
My friend Yahtzee King says, I'm telling you. I don't know what that means. I'm telling you what. He told me to stay away from the three-way topic. Speaking of three-ways, Yahtzee King. I love the guy. I've known him a long time. He's a very good guy. He's a good friend. And we need to spend time together, hang out, and do some gambling or whatever. Good night, Todd. Add bacon tonight. It's better.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, naked, so 5.
The conference call today, we'll see what happens at the annual meeting with Naked. Everyone, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Appreciate you putting up with my bad attitude. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, Randy, for joining us. Thank you, Joe, for sitting in for Jason. Jason, get well and get that test and get back here as soon as you can. Come on, Jason. Get that COVID test, get a negative, and come back. See you soon. Bye.